It's the NBA on 2K Sports.
Here we go.
Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Now, here's Strus. Here's Garland. Mobley throws it down.
If you're going to roll as the screen setter, as Evan Mobley does there, you got to be able to catch and finish, and he does just that.
Harden surveying the D. They grab their own miss. Another shot. And Zubac puts it in.
Yeah, Zubac knows his job, and that's to do the dirty work. Get into the offensive glass.
Garland with the bucket. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
A three from Leonard. Jared Allen grabs the miss. We play just over a minute here in the first. To the inside. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to catch up with the head coach for the Clippers. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Good on the three-point shot.
This is evidence that James Harden, from any spot on the floor, is willing to launch and makes good on that long three.
Allen, that's good. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. With no one around. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Well, ready on the catch. Your pre-shot preparation is on point. Kawhi, the catch and shoot.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Here's Dunn. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Dunn. Again, the Clippers.
Well, just nice to see the time spent in the gym by Chris Dunn coming to fruition on that jumper.
Kicks it out to Allen. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And that's now 6 points for Darius Garland. Harden outside. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Dunn misses. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Back to Mobley. Cleveland moving it around. And Allen with the slam.
Nice creativity from the big man, Jared Allen. You've got moves upon moves.
From about 16, Harden can't hit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate. This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Pass to Leonard. Kept alive. Here's Powell. And Leonard has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. Inside. Dunn. That ball. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Dunn's got his second bucket.
That's unblockable, that floater. Shots in Dunn's arsenal.
Harden outside. Pass to Leonard. And that one drops. Leonard's got 5.
The toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
And slam dunk by Allen.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Man, did Zubac get off his feet in a hurry. What a finish.
From deep, Harden. Rebounded by Allen. Mitchell outside. Here's Mobley. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. After this break, we'll break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Just cashing in on second-chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second opportunities.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Bounce pass, Bogdanovich. Harden outside. Back to Eubanks. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Eubanks got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. To the middle. Pass to Jerome. Takes the 3. Eubanks grabs the miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
From 18 feet away. Goes in. First shot, first basket.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
First team foul.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Eubanks. 17-foot shot on the way.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Wade for 3. Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. Harden outside. Jones, no one around him. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And now a 12-point Clipper lead. Wade outside. Trying to get something going. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And guys getting into a groove here. Starting to feel.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And Jones slams it home.
If there's a teammate open on the floor, Simmons will put it on time and on target.
Here's Allen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Over to the wing. Outside Leonard. Pull from the top of the key. Again, the Clippers.
Kawhi Leonard is efficient with his shooting form. Makes it look easy right there.
It's sent back down by Simmons. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Pass to Allen. Kicks it out to Garland. For three, Mitchell. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 11. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. 1:12 left in the first half of the game. Leonard looking over the floor. Spins. Pass to Bogdanovich. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And they're on the break. And that one's good. Mitchell. Mitchell's got his first points in this one. Simmons, the bounce pass. Here's Leonard. Jared Allen grabs the miss. To the paint. Garland, no good. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 16-7 run. And Coffey gets it to go.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
16 seconds left in the second quarter. And here is Simmons. Hasn't made one yet. Screen by Jones. And so it's Los Angeles. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
Leading by 9. Harden outside. Pass to Zubac. Back to Harden. Screen by Zubac. Harden's shot is good.
This is just where James Harden's decision-making, his ability to read the floor. You want to concede the mid-range? He's going to say no problem.
Great crossover to get free. Garland's got 10 points in the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
He's almost obsessed with drawing contact, and Harden has an endless number of ways to get to the line.
A different look now for Cleveland. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Here's Zubac. Tries again. Well, it was only a matter of time that they finally get the bucket. He has 6.
Now this is where Zubac's most comfortable. Good work on the interior right there.
Clippers leading by 11 to the inside. Here's Powell. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Pass to Jerome. Hits it from three-point range. Jerome's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Harden. Now Zubac. And stolen by Hunter. And now Okoro running the floor all by himself.
Boy, what a burst from Okoro. Gets himself back up the floor, beats the defense, gets a hand to finish the fast break. Nicely done.
It's Powell on the wing. Outside Leonard. Screen by Zubac. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Leonard's got 9.
Well, you're working the two-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Pass to Powell. Harden up top. He's got 14. 5 on the clock. Bucket is good. And the Clippers lead by 10.
James Harden simply stated is putting it to the defense right now. Somebody has got to step up out of his hands.
Done with it. Takes a 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Dunn's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Near the three-point line, it's Wade. Stolen by Harden. Offensive rebound. Pass to Powell. Harden outside. Over Wade. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Versatile, relentless. James Harden so tough to slow down.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now Eubanks. Outside Leonard. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal swing.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much.
Set.
To the middle. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
There's a tenacity to Donovan Mitchell. Even with physical defense, this guy just finds a way to convert.
The Cavaliers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. 9 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And here's Harden for 3. It doesn't go for him. James Harden getting it done for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the 3 quarters. The Cavaliers trailed by 12. Allen. Eubanks grabs the miss. From outside the arc. Here's Jones. And Jones slams it in.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
The shot by Mitchell, no good. Los Angeles leading by 14. And Jones with the stuff.
Not only is James Harden one of the elite one-on-one players, this guy is an elite passer, and it's on display there.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it.